Hello, guys. Welcome to Jacqueline Valdez Live. I'm so excited to have our next guest. Welcome, Terisa Griffin. We are going to be talking about faith, music, and finding your voice. Welcome.
How are you? And yes, we better have a lot of faith these days.
We made it. We made it. We are here. Super excited to have you here. It has been such a journey connecting with you because you have had such a busy lifestyle and do have such a busy lifestyle. Tell the viewers a little bit about your journey and about what inspired your love of music.
Oh, wow. So I have been in love with music as long as I can remember. Music has really saved my life. I grew up a minister's kid, and all of my sisters can sing. So music is really a huge thing in my family.
Wow.
And so I'm just going to admit right now, I have two Pomeranians, and at some point you're going to hear them bark. They're both trying to get into the room right now. Let's make this easy. So
They said we want to be part of the interview.
They're trying to be part of the interview. So, like literally, music coming to a city where I didn't know anybody, a state where I really didn't know many people. Music ended up saving me in a whole different way. I'll always say that God has been my manager because he always, hooks me up with the right people, the right gig. And of course I've learned to pray about everything, because in all actuality, it's dangerous not to, you don't really know people. And so, because I'm not a good networker, I know that God has always networked for me. And I believe that when he says your talent will make way for you. Truly it has. And I try to use it so that God will multiply my talents.
I love that so much. And I'm such a huge believer that there is a bigger picture. There is someone that is really guiding. God is really, you're a vessel and your talents are really given from an upper power and are meant to spread that and spread light.
Spread light, spread love, humanity, helping each other. I really believe that we were put on this earth to do that. And I'm really grateful, for the journey that I've had and that I'm having.
Yeah, I love that so much. And you have had some challenges along the way.
Yeah.
What was something that helped you get through those harder times?
Well, other than praying, I'm a actionary person. I believe that if you give God something to bless, he will bless it. So I've always tried to have a lot of action going on in spite of whatever challenges there are. I mean, at one point I was kind of blackballed by some musicians here in Chicago, and God said it's okay. Yeah. It's okay because I'm for you. Who can be against you? And so I never, I didn't, it didn't affect me the way I think they wanted it to, because I just didn't believe that they had that much power over my life.
Yeah.
I know where my strength comes from. So those things that were being done, and this is a business that has demons, and it's like, and if you want to get ahead, I believe all businesses do, but if you want to get ahead, this is how it works. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't work for me. I am not thirsty for repercussions that way in my life. I'm not that thirsty to give you that much power in my life. I know where my strength comes from. I know where my blessings come from. So I've always kept that in the forefront in making my decisions, not to allow somebody to empower themselves to destroy my life.
I love that so much. And it's so true. I feel like sometimes you think that people, not accepting you is a bad thing, but it's such a higher power. I believe that God is really watching out for you and protecting you. And I love that you've stayed authentic to yourself and authentic to who you are and to your voice. What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to enjoy the skin you're in more.
Yeah.
You know, much like a lot of artists, you know, I've dealt with, you know, body shaming and you're too thick. And my dad told me always thick is good. So, you know, I had to keep that, you know, the fact that I had a father who loved me, they weren't able to destroy me that way. But I can't say that it didn't affect me, because, you know, it did. When
Yeah.
someone says, well, she's too, you know, this or that. I would tell my younger self, even though I know it didn't destroy you, enjoy the skin you're in. This is the body you're in. People airbrush, you know, they
Yeah.
don't really look like that either. You know,
Yeah.
I would tell myself that I would tell myself to enjoy this skin that you're in, and enjoy the I've enjoyed the journey, you
Yeah.
know, and I didn't know how much. Now I look back and I'm like, you enjoyed it, but you could have enjoyed it more. You know,
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's
just
such
the
a great
skin, just the
point.
skin, you know,
Yeah.
just the body skin you're in. Because I had a singer one time tell me, when I look at myself, I see Selma Hayek, and I'm like, wow, because that's not what I see, you know. But you know,
And
and
yeah.
it's like, well, that now I understand that a bit more, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That self-love, that self-talk,
it
and
is.
not listening to the outside voices.
It is. But sometimes people need to hear some of them. But
Yeah.
okay, it's okay.
Not to be scared of growing and to actually taking that constructive criticism.
Oh God, yes, yes. I even now wish that I had gotten into growing earlier. I mean, I appreciated growing up
Uh-huh.
having fresh food, but not as much as I do now. You know, so you know, it's a lot of different little things. I would have said, enjoy this more, enjoy that more. I wouldn't have told myself to have more cocktails, but I would definitely.
Enjoy yourself safely.
Exactly,
Kind to yourself.
exactly. Monitor yourself.
I love that. What things do you do to really take care of yourself and to take care of your talent?
Oh wow, I would say if I could flip this camera, I would show them my grow garden. Uh,
Oh,
I would tell everyone that having the power, giving yourself the power to eat healthy
yeah,
and to be more self sufficient, growing your food is a God given thing.
yeah,
You know, I I now can appreciate even more. Back then I loved my herbal teas and, you
right.
know, my this or my that, but now it's like I'm enjoying growing my food. I
Yeah,
love going to my garden and getting fresh tomatoes and basil and making me a nice salad first thing in the
nice.
morning, you know, with a little bit of salt and pepper, a little, you know, balsamic
Oh,
vinegar,
yum.
you
I need
know,
to
this,
go over.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
Yeah,
would have told myself, you know, enjoy that more. Enjoy having your hands in the earth more, you know, because it's healing in that. You know, I've learned over the last 10 years to walk barefoot more, you
yeah.
know, and I would maybe 10, I would say 10, 15 years, because I've been in a house since then. You know, I used to jog on the lakefront and enjoy the balance of the ocean, you know,
Right,
not the ocean, but our lake, you know.
right.
So I would enjoy the lake more and have that balance, and I needed that balance, you know,
Yeah,
in the midst of what I was doing. But I
right.
would have grown more, you know. But I
Mm,
didn't, you know. I would have known that, hey, you can grow plants on the ledge, you know.
yeah.
You can do this, you can do that. So I want to encourage that more, for people
Oh.
to know what they're eating, you
Uh,
know.
I love that. I love your love for nature and for Mother Earth, and just embracing it and sharing your love for music and for God and everything. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Thank you so
Yes, yes, it's so beautiful. What is your purpose with your music that you really want people to get out of your creations?
I want us to be a more forgiving, uh, non-judgmental um, species.
That would be
Um,
beautiful.
just because you are empowered
Yeah,
to do something, it doesn't mean that you need to use those powers to judge or
yeah,
dictate someone else's life. And everyone gets there really when they get there. We just want you to get there. And I have a wide gamut of people that come to see me. So I don't have the window to be judgmental.
Right.
I'm not there to preach about their lives. I am there to encourage them. I want them to walk out of my audience feeling, great, empowered. I'm going to bring this even closer to me. I
I
want them to walk out of my audience, being happy, um, and know that I love them where they are. A lot of our kids are going through identity crisis, and so much. I when your audience is that vast, I think you have to be careful
yeah.
how you what your acceptance, how you accept, how you treat. Not that we shouldn't already, but how you treat your audience. And with kids, really right now I have a class, should I say a workshop for
Uh-huh.
our kids who are LG. I'm gonna mess up all those letters. Okay, so I can't say the LGBTQR. I'm gonna screw them all up because I don't like those labels. I don't care about that label when it destroys our love for one another. But
Right.
some of them say that they feel like people hate them,
Yeah.
and that people don't accept them. And I'm like, you know what? How about if I just say, when I was growing up, gay just meant you were happy.
Right.
It wasn't. I was like, that word has kind of gotten
It's
turned a lot.
evolved and changed
You
over the
know,
years.
it
Yeah.
has. And
Yeah.
I'm like, since you all are coming to me, I'm like, what if we write a song that just means you're happy?
Oh, yeah.
If we're going to use the word, how, can we be happy to be just who we are?
Yeah.
And so we've been working on something in that regard for more self-acceptance, not to push a child in any direction,
Right.
but for those who are struggling, for
Right.
those who parents won't let them come in the house anymore, for those, I didn't realize how huge
It
it
is.
was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate to see a child suffering.
Yeah.
I hate to see anybody suffering, especially a
Yeah.
child. And I'm like, later on you got time to figure it out.
Right.
You know,
Not
you
so
I'm
hard.
like, you may not even know,
Yeah.
but I want you to know I love you.
No.
And I'm willing to stand on this platform with you to show you I love you.
No.
But be careful with your decisions. You've got time. I learned early on I had time.
Yeah.
My dad was like, first of all, my dad was a preacher. So
Right.
my dad was like, don't let anybody rush you.
Uh,
You get there when you get there. And
yes.
and the only person that you have to worry about accepting you is God.
Yeah.
That's the one you need to be most concerned with. People, peer pressure is going to happen. People are going to be who they are. You can't change a person. That doesn't mean they can't change, but
Right.
you can't change another person. Just work on you. You are enough. You
Uh,
are enough to even work on. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So if you
Yeah.
don't have time to work on somebody else, you can encourage. Yeah, you can encourage them with your actions. You
Right.
can you can have them say, "Ooh, I wish I was." I like that.
Right.
And that I can admire that and know that somebody is watching you.
Yeah.
So
Making
you're an
that
example.
influence on others that's positive.
Absolutely. So that's what that's what I'm working on and doing right now, and prayerfully doing it because I don't want to turn off any of my audience.
Right.
So
Right. And there's so much love for you. There's so much, just respect for you. We met at the Sheen Awards and that was so
yes.
much fun. Shout out Sheen, my second family.
Hey,
And you were
Shane.
just so empowering and so much full of love, so much full of energy.
With
What
feathers.
with feathers? Yes, all diva up. I love it so much. What events do you have coming up? What projects do you have coming up?
Oh my goodness. So I have lots of concerts coming up, and I'm gonna spend a lot of time this year, either Caribbean sometimes, like maybe 3 or 4 Caribbean trips with singing. And I also have um a lot of I love my seniors. Let me just tell everybody now, I love my seniors. So I've incorporated some senior activities, going to sing to some seniors because they can't really get out. I've
Yeah.
put that in my schedule. And I have
Oh,
concerts, I have
Yeah.
concerts coming up, and I'm traveling a lot, going to New Jersey and New York a lot this year,
Okay,
so I'm
nice.
spending some time there. I already got my New Year's Eve lined up. It's a
Wow.
private gig somewhere in Boston or Baltimore.
Okay.
They booked me, last year. So
Amazing.
I'm really, and I'm writing.
Yeah.
I'm writing and I'm collaborating with a lot of different people. Lady Alma and I have a song coming out. She's house music. She's my she's my Philly house singing sister. Oh my God.
Fun.
And I'm so loving the fact that Lady Alma and I are recording a song together. It's two sisters,
Yeah, that's so
and
exciting.
and I just, like, last night I just did a great song. Um, that I was just talking about for the
Yeah.
LGBTQRZ, y'all forgive me, community. And then I have another song that I recorded right prior to that with a bassist that's coming out, and it's a remake of a Dionne Warwick song. So we
Oh,
finished that
okay.
already. So yeah, I am recording a lot. Yes, and of course, we're gonna shoot a video from
Right.
my past project, where one song I just really wanted to do anyway, and then just still recording, looking forward to maybe recording a song with my blood sister Mary,
Oh,
my
very
oldest
cool.
sister, and we are really working on doing that as well before the end of the year. So I've got a lot
You've
going
got a
on.
very eventful year and so much fun stuff happening. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes,
much.
yes. Well, did you want to give us a sneak peek of what you one of your favorite lines or what you worked on last night or anything?
The song last night. My husband and I talked. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek into my husband and I talked about the title of the song. So let
Ooh,
me just say this now,
okay.
because some people are gonna be like, "What did she just say?" And I'm excited to be gay. When we first heard it, it was like my husband says, "I like the song," because I was like, I gotta let my husband hear this first before I can say
Right,
I'll do the song.
right.
And then and it was like, and then Teresa, you can write a section of the song. I was like, okay, so I get a little writers too, but let's hear the song. And then
Right.
I heard it, and I was like, let my husband hear it. And John, we were coming back, and I was like, we were coming back from a biopsy of all things,
Okay.
and I was like, I got to work on this song because I'm going to be recording it later
Right.
on tomorrow. And he was like, well, let's hear it. I got really nervous. And then
Oh,
all of a sudden, he heard it and he said, "That's catchy." And
oh, I
he
love
did
that.
it. And he says, you have, he said, at least 55% of your audience is that community.
Nice.
He said it's empowering, it's good. He said, I like it, it's catchy. He said it's
Oh,
kind of pop like you, kind of
wow, fun.
soulful like you. And he was like, it's gonna be a good song. And he says, so I know you're gonna bring some of your drag sisters, as he called them, some of your drag sisters in so they can dress you for the video. And he said maybe some of them can be in the video so people can understand what that means for you, because
Right.
we all know you're married. And I said, great idea.
Right.
So
That sounds
if I
fun.
got it past the hubby, I'm good.
Yeah.
My mom, hallelujah, is next. So now,
Fingers crossed. It's so fun that they're so supportive and so loving of your journey and just sharing your talents with others.
Jacqueline, you got me laughing over here. But just telling that story, I'm like, But ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, my husband gave me a green light just to sing the song.
Green light, go. Yes. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm so
Thank
excited to see the video.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah,
Yes,
looks like
yes.
it's going to be an adventure.
I wish I could tell you the name of the Dionne Warwick song, but I haven't gotten clearance
Okay.
yet. Even though I'm sure the song is clear to do,
Right.
but I haven't gotten clearance from Sean, who's
Right.
the bass player that
Okay.
I'm saying his name. I haven't gotten clearance from Sean, but
Shout
when
out,
I tell
Sean.
you, okay, but the song is beautiful, and I would have never picked it, and I'm like, oh my God, I
Wow.
love it. Yeah, I love it.
Everything's just kind of folding into place and just happening so magically.
I'm excited because
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor is going to be playing Dionne Warwick.
Wow.
in the Life movie, and we know that Tiana Taylor just won a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
So was it early this year anyway? So
Woo!
I'm so excited because I'm like, hopefully they'll get to, maybe if they add the soundtrack from just other songs, that people are doing, maybe they'll
That
hear.
would be very cool.
Yes.
Shout out to the universe. Shout out.
Yes.
I love
Lord God, from our mouths to your ears. Yes.
I love that so much. Was there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers?
I would like to tell the viewers that my soul project is called Better Love Yourself, where I give kids foot lockers to go off to college.
Oh.
This is our 20th year. We've been doing it for 19 years, and this is our 20th anniversary. It's a pep rally for education, and we give kids the foot lockers to go off to college. If you want to donate, we don't care what color the kid is, as long as the kid needs help. And we're doing it in Chicago and St. Louis. We have done it in several states. This is our 20th year. We're asking you, even if it's not donating to us, help build a trunk, a foot locker for a kid to go off to college. You and some of your friends can do it. You don't necessarily have to do it through our program. Know that our kids, when they go off to college, their self-esteem, some of it is attached to their things. They needed a new pillow, a new comforter. Hush. They need all of those things to go off to college. They get like a little light, a little night, for their desk, and a backpacks, God's flip flops. They need all of these things, cleaning products, because they're leaving home. They get an iron, they get a garbage can, they get towels, they get big towels, little towels. They get, we really tried to think of everything that they needed. If you can't donate to betterloveyourself.com, because we also give them essential pearls, of knowledge about leaving home for the first time with your parents, staying safe, never being by yourself, even when your friends don't make good decisions. Say, hey, I'm not going to do that. I don't advise you to do that. Give me your number. We want to know where you are. Maybe I can put a tracker on you. Yeah. Stay committed to each other. Trust no one but God. And these are the things that we tell them. So betterloveyourself.com is the name of our charity. Been there for a long time, and it's 501c3, so you will get donations, but you don't have to donate to us. Build a trunk for a kid that's going off to college. That's love.
Yeah. And the kids are the future, it's so important.
We owe them a lot. You guys recycle, be active right now.
Take care of the planet and each other.
Take care of the planet and each other. Yeah. Who cares about race? Our kids have gotten so past so many things that some of the older people are struggling with. Don't hinder their growth. Know that they are so worth it. Their future is worth it. Our babies are worth it. Let's come together, please.
Oh, I love that so much. I could talk to you all afternoon. One more question before we go. What is it that you want to be remembered for?
Oh, easily. I want to be remembered for the lady who helped kids love themselves more and help them go off to college. That is, I love my career. Sorry about the motorcycle. Somebody's close. They're on their way here. I want to be remembered for helping kids go to college. If that's huge. The biggest song ever written, who cares? I want them to say, yeah, she's a great performer, and she was an amazing philanthropist who reminded our kids that they deserve love and they deserve to love themselves. That would be the best blessing, because that means God will say, servant well done.
Oh, I love that so much. You're such a beautiful spirit, inside and out. And it has been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for this wonderful, lovely conversation. I'm so glad we made it happen.
Thank you for your patience with the internet and the lights.
God made it happen when it was meant to happen. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, Terisa. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for watching Jacqueline Valdez Live. Don't forget to subscribe and also share. Illuminating the world, one voice at a time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care.
Take care, baby.
Yes, bye. Talk soon.